Hey everyone, my name's Val. So my first placement ended back in April of this year, but I was doing group therapy with mostly adolescents. It was a partial, so they were there from 9 to 3 every day, and I worked a little bit with the adults. So not too much experience with families there, but in my regular job, I work in adoption. I do permanency work through a foster care agency, so I have a lot of family experience there. So I see a lot of different family dynamics and a lot of different types of relationships. So it's very interesting kind of seeing those roles a little bit. Sometimes I see roles that I don't really agree with or relationships, but it's not really my place to intervene in that way. Um, anyway, so that's what I do on the regular. And so families, how I was raised. So I grew up with two parents, both that were in the medical field, so they worked different hours. My dad worked a lot during the day from like 7 a to 7 p or vice versa. And my mom was a nurse, so she worked weekends and everything. So my parents were kind of in and out, didn't really have consistent schedules, if that makes sense. And then I grew up, I had a sister who's 2 years older, and then when I was 10, my brother was born. So I was the youngest for 10 years, and then my brother was born. So it changed the dynamic a little bit. But yeah, so that's kind of the dynamic that I grew up in. And then how my role will help me working with families. So I think I was more quiet. Of my three siblings, I was more of a quiet one, like reserved, wasn't really open with my feelings, so I can kind of appreciate that perspective a little bit. And then on the other hand, I've also experienced what it's like to be the youngest sibling and then later a middle sibling, so I kind of can appreciate those different roles as well. If that makes sense. So that's a little bit about me and my experiences. Thanks.